So if you're a gym owner or a personal trainer, I wanted to share this document with you, which goes through the 7 laws of gym owner success. And this is basically the top 7 lessons that I've learned based on my experience building over 30 different fitness studios across 15 years of doing this and in multiple countries. And this is the stuff that I wish someone had told me from day one when I was a struggling personal trainer, just opened my first studio, my first bootcamp. I didn't really know what my bigger goals and ambitions were. All I knew is that I was good at what I did and I wasn't earning enough, and I felt like the best kept secret in my town. I was invisible. I didn't know anything about business. I didn't know anything about marketing, and I just wanted to make a decent income and be able to do something I enjoyed and help people. So looking back now 15 years later, these are the biggest aha moments and lessons I would give people. So law number 1 is that you have to accept that this is a business and you need to act like it. So inside my business mentorship gym school, this is for gym owners that want to stop owning a stressful job and they actually want to build a real business. And there is a difference in that. So you can either be a personal trainer who is trying to operate a business and sell hours and carry all the stress like a job, or you can be a business owner and own a business that delivers personal training and it's built on systems and leverage. So my program exists to turn gym owners and personal trainers from someone that owns a job into someone that owns a business. Now, even if you think you have no plans of outsourcing yourself, or you think you have no plans to, build a big company or sell or anything like that, I never had those ambitions either in the beginning. But what I can tell you categorically is it is way better to build your business as if you did one day want to or need to step away, because you never know what might change. There could be an illness in your family, an opportunity could come around. If you build it like a business, you have the freedom of choice. I can go and step into any of my studios today and coach a session if I want to, right? I have the ability to do that. I choose not to though. And that's what you want to do. Even if you don't intend to step away, that's okay, but you should build the business based on systems so that you could. And that's the thing here. It's not about forcing you to step away from the gym. It's about giving you the benefit of choice. Law number 2 then. So you are becoming an owner, not a hero. So if your gym right now only works because you have to coach all the sessions, you put out all the fires, you do every sale, you contact every lead, then you have to understand you are the bottleneck. And the goal here is not to work harder forever. The goal is not more hustle. Stop wearing hustle like a badge of honor. This is what a lot of personal trainers do. They work really hard doing everything themselves. They're not making the income that they want, and they play a victim. They play a victim card and say, but I'm doing all these hours, I'm doing everything depends on me. And they think that entitles them to have more success, because this is a faulty conditioning that we've been programmed since birth. We're all programmed to think that the harder we work, then we just deserve more success for that. And working harder and harder is somehow magically going to give you $1 million one day. But that's not true. Yes, hard work is important, but it also has to be smart work on the right things. Working hard on the wrong things is not going to help you. Like Tony Robbins says, it doesn't matter how far west you run, you're never going to find the sunrise because it rises in the opposite direction. So hard work alone is not going to save you and doesn't entitle you to anything. You need to work on becoming a business owner and understanding how a business works. That's the only way to grow the income that you truly want. The third law that I teach gym owners and trainers inside my business mentorship is that you need to learn to trust the process. So when I'm showing them the systems and processes that actually work to grow a fitness business, I show them what they actually should be charging, what kind of models work better, what kind of offer structures work better. sometimes I get a lot of pushback from new trainers who say that this feels different, this feels uncomfortable, and they've been trained to think that's a reason not to change things. But if you look at your results and you're broke and you're not growing and you can't get clients, then that tells you that what you're doing is not working, and you actually should probably do the complete opposite. So everything I teach gym owners inside my mentorship or even on social media for free, it's tried, it's tested, and it's working right now. And every gym I've built is built on these systems. So if they didn't work, then my own gyms would collapse, basically. That's how you know it's trustworthy and reliable. So doing new things, learning new ways of doing things, learning new ways of client acquisition, learning how to run paid ads, learning how to price and charge more, learning how to outsource things is going to be different to what you've probably understood up to this point, but that's okay. This is an opportunity for growth. So if some advice and things you hear feels uncomfortable, that's actually a sign of growth, not a red flag. So if it was just comfort that built gyms, then you wouldn't need to be here. So trust the process, do as the advice tells you, even if it feels scary, especially if it feels scary, because your growth is right on the other side of discomfort. Now, the fourth law that I teach gym owners in the program is that speed is one of your biggest competitive advantages. They say in business, speed kills. So in business, just remember that done beats perfect. Okay, don't be a perfectionist. Launch something, implement something you learn to the best of your ability, but don't wait for things to be perfect. I see some people sometimes, they say, I want to launch a new marketing funnel, but I can't launch it because the automations that send the SMS isn't configured yet. Okay, launch it, send manual text messages, right? This is the difference. If you want to get the result, you'll take imperfect action. Live beats something polished, and speed beats intelligence. This is a key thing. I am by far not the best personal trainer in the world. Heck, I'm not even certified as a personal trainer. Yet, I've had more success in this industry than 99.9% of trainers can ever imagine. And it wasn't because I did more certifications or anything like that. I learned the basics enough to get clients good results, and then I started learning marketing, business, and operations. But I learned quickly and I acted quickly. And that's the difference. I take action on things so quickly that I always get the advantage over local competitors. And I want you to do the same thing. Because speed is what creates momentum. And momentum creates clarity, not the other way around. And here's what I mean by that. A lot of gym owners get stuck because they need all the details first, right? If I say, hey, start posting on social media to get clients, some trainers, they will procrastinate and say, but what image should I put, and what color should it be, and what camera should I use, and how many words should it be? And they're trying to find clarity, which is good, but what will happen is that actually by taking action momentum will give you more clarity, because the fast action taker will go and post on Facebook with a again, done beats perfect. They'll post something, or they'll post 3 times a day, and then they'll get feedback because one of those posts will get engagement and the others won't. So the action itself gives you the feedback, which gives you the clarity of what works and what doesn't work, rather than theorizing. I always put it like this. I think one mentor said to me once, he said, doing it that way, trying to get all the details before you launch something, before you post on Facebook, or before you do a sales consult, or before you launch a Facebook ad, trying to have all the details. It's like not leaving your house to drive somewhere until you know all the traffic lights are going to turn green at the same time on your journey, right? It's never going to happen. So stop waiting for all the traffic lights to turn green. Just get off the driveway and start going in the direction of where you want to go. Think less, implement faster. I've done all the thinking for you. All the systems and processes are here. Just do it and fix things and learn more as it's live. Law number 5 that you have to know this is you need to know your numbers as a business owner. If you do not, you will not be successful. I don't know what else I can say on this. This is like if you have a weight loss client who trains really hard in the gym, but they do not track their food. They do not know what they're eating. They're not going to lose weight. And they'll come to you and they'll say, hey, I'm working really hard, but I'm not losing weight. What's the problem? You, being a good trainer, you're probably going to ask, okay, what's your nutrition look like? What did you eat yesterday? And if they say, I don't know, I haven't tracked it, I don't know how many calories, I don't know how much protein, then you can't help them. You literally cannot help them. And it's the same thing with trainers in my program. If you come to me and say, I've got a problem, my ads aren't working, I'm going to ask you, okay, what are the numbers then? Like, what was the cost per lead and how many leads did you get and what was the conversion rate? If you say, well, I don't know, then it's impossible for me to help you because I don't know where the problem is. So we're going to teach you in the program how to know the numbers, which numbers you need to know, but you have to do this. And the excuse of I'm not a numbers person is not going to fly here, okay? This is a real professional business program. I'm not going to let you pull that shit, okay? I'm not a numbers person. I'm rubbish at maths. I have to use a calculator for everything. But it's the same thing, I would say to my weight loss clients back in the day when I would say to them, you need to eat more vegetables. And sometimes these clients would say, but I'm not a vegetable person. I don't like vegetables. And my response would be, grow up. That's my response. You have to grow up. You have to do this. If you want this outcome, this is what you have to do. It doesn't matter that it's not your preference. It doesn't matter that you don't like it. Again, building a business that puts you in the top 1% of earners, makes you the best gym in town, and gives you the life you deserve and want for your family is not going to be comfortable and be down to you doing whatever you love and whatever you prefer. That's not how reality works. So just like if you want to lose weight, you've got to cut those calories. If you want to grow a business, you have to know your numbers. Again, it's not that hard. I'm going to show you which numbers you need to know, such as revenue, cost, payrolls, margins, your acquisition metrics, your churn, retention metrics. If you don't know these, you're guessing and you're always going to stay small. I don't know what else to say about that. Okay, law number 6. This is one of my favorite ones. One thing I learned a long time ago is that there's no competition at the top. All the competition is in the middle and the bottom. See, the truth is most gyms are completely disorganized, underpriced, owner-dependent. And studies show that 90% of small local businesses do not make a profit. So by extension, 90% of gyms and studios around you, and maybe even your gym, doesn't make a profit. That's the norm. All right, so the bar is quite low, to be honest. And a gym owner who thinks like an operator, builds systems, can become the number one gym or build the number one gym in their town within 12 months. I've seen these transformations happen radically quickly, right? It's not by being extraordinary. It's not by having massive talent. It's just by being disciplined and doing the right things, which is what I teach. Following the process, taking all the steps I've told you already, know your numbers, follow the process, act quickly, do that, and you can build the number one gym in your town within 12 months, right? Even if you've struggled for 5 years up until this point, it just means you were doing the wrong things in the wrong amount and you didn't have a plan. So there's no competition at the top. Remember that. You're not in competition really with other gym owners because they're all also broke and they're all struggling. Who you're in competition with is yourself, with the old identity, the personal trainer identity. You're in competition with the version of you that says, I don't want to track my numbers, or the version of you that says, I'm just a personal trainer, I can't do this, or the version of you that thinks, nobody's going to pay that in my town. I've been through all these excuses with myself and other trainers, and every single time I've destroyed those excuses and they've leapfrogged their business growth. So there's no competition at the top. The only competition is your own discipline and action. And the final law that I wish people had told me back in the day was that if you work hard now, you buy freedom later. So in my program, I don't sell shortcuts. There is a lot of stuff on the internet right now, and there has been in the last 10, 15 years about, the 4-hour work week and work 1 hour a day and have a lifestyle business where you just travel the world and don't do anything and you just push a button and it's all automated. It's all BS, okay? Especially when it comes to a local people-based business. The truth is, if you have a personal training studio or large group gym, you're going to have between 100 to maybe 200 clients in that gym eventually. And your business is about managing relationships with those 200 people. There's no way to automate this. There's no way to push a button and do this, right? It's not a forgiving business. It's a hard business model, I'll be honest. But it's so worth it, right? The fulfillment you get, the income you can make, the authority you can get, and the difference in people's lives really does make it worth it. But you're going to have to go through some shit first. So you are going to need focus. You are going to need discipline. There are going to be some long hours at times, right? But that effort is temporary because you're going to do the hard work now to build systems, build leverage, do things out of your comfort zone, add things into the business you haven't done before. And once you've done those things and you build the business, then you'll be able to start slowly stepping back as we bring on people and a team, a small team to help you take over those systems. So you will get the freedom back, but it's not going to be right now. We have work to do. So if you're willing to put 1, maybe 2 years of hard work and dedication into this, at the end of it, you will be happy and you will have the business of your dreams. I'm sorry, I don't have like a 90-day push button, automated cash machine promise to give you, but this is just the reality. Again, I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you the truth after I've built more than 30 fitness studios in 15 years. I've done something 99% of trainers and entrepreneurs never achieve in this industry, and I'm just telling you the truth, right? This might cost me customers. It might turn some of you away because you want something more quick fix. That's fine, but I'm looking for the real ones here. I'm looking for people that are willing to build a business. And the other thing I've learned, I would say based on this, is that at the end of it all, when you build that business, what you'll be most proud of is not actually the things you've built, like the gym or the income and the freedom. What you'll actually be most fulfilled about, it's not the things you have, it'll be who you've become. It'll be the work ethic. It'll be the discipline you've gained. It'll be the strategic thinking you've acquired. It'll be realizing there's no competition at the top and you can aim high in all areas of life. It's the stories and the struggles you can share on to other people. That's where the ultimate fulfillment is going to come from. But we'll talk about that when we get there. So hope you enjoyed that. That's my 7 laws of gym owner success that I wish someone had told me back 15 years ago. And if I had known this from day one, I could have cut my growth probably in half, my speed to growth. Instead of taking 15 years, I could have done this in maybe 2 or 3 years. So I hope you understand the value of this. Take this wisdom and apply it with the information that we give you.